Hey there, you beautiful people of YouTube. Getting ready to record a Spiritual Almanac for Sunday, January 10th. Beautiful day here in central New York. Today we're going to be talking about a piece by Thomas Hardy, English writer. And it's a piece about a small, rural church, Anglican church in England. He loved church life, but he was an agnostic, so go figure. But in any event, it's a story about a little girl who sneaks behind, in the back of the church after the service is over and kind of spies on the Anglican priest there. So, I don't know, it's kind of interesting, and it kind of reminded me of, growing up in a small Methodist church in rural Pennsylvania. So, there's that connection for me. In any event, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm a religion geek, though, so take that with a grain of salt. In any case, I think you're going to find it kind of interesting. So let me get set up and we'll get started. Welcome to a Spiritual Almanac. Today is Sunday, January 10th, 2021. On this bleak winter day, we're searching for inspiration from the English writer Thomas Hardy. He was raised Anglican, and for a while he flirted with converting to the Baptists, but decided against it and questioned the traditional Christian view of God his entire life. But he had an affinity for Christian liturgy and church rituals, especially in rural communities. Here's a piece that gives us a glimpse into Hardy's fascination with church life. It's titled In Church, and it's about a girl who catches a peek at the parish priest after Sunday service and sees him reenacting the gestures he had just used in the pulpit. And now to God the Father, he ends, and his voice thrills up to the topmost tiles. Each listener chokes as he bows and bends, and emotion pervades the crowded aisles. Then the preacher glides to the vestry door and shuts it. He thinks he's seen no more. The door swings softly ajar meanwhile, and a pupil of his in the Bible class, who adores him as one without gloss or guile, sees her idol stand with a satisfied smile and reenact at the vestry glass each pulpit gesture in deaf-dumb show that had moved the congregation so. Here are some more tidbits of inspiration for you today. On this day in 1810, the French church annulled the marriage of Napoleon and the Empress Josephine. When they met in 1795, it was love at first sight for Napoleon, and the two began a passionate affair. They married a year later, but Napoleon's family was less than enthusiastic about the union because Josephine was 6 years older than Napoleon and a widow who brought 2 children into the marriage. When it became clear that their marriage wouldn't result in children for Napoleon, they agreed to part ways so he could produce an heir. But even after the annulment, Napoleon insisted she keep the title of Empress. He said, "It's my will that she retain the rank and title of Empress, and especially that she never doubt my sentiments, and that she ever hold me as her best and dearest friend." History tells us that Josephine didn't share his sentiment. Today's also the birthday of Ethan Allen. He's best known for leading the Green Mountain Boys to capture Fort Ticonderoga from the British early in the Revolutionary War. But Allen was also a self-styled theologian who was highly critical of traditional religion. It was a belief that didn't sit well with his first wife, Mary Brownson, who was an enthusiastic Christian and considered Allen a difficult man to live with. Instead, Allen promoted a sort of natural religion and considered himself a deist like Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson. According to witnesses, he stopped the wedding ceremony to his second wife when the officiant spoke the phrase, "agreeable to the laws of God." He didn't allow the wedding to proceed until the officiant eventually agreed that the word God would mean the God of nature and not the God of any organized religion. Guess you could say it was a deal breaker. And that's today's Spiritual Almanac. For more of Thomas Hardy's poetry, I think it's kind of cool, check out Thomas Hardy, The Complete Poems, edited by James Gibson. There's a link in the description. A Spiritual Almanac is a production of Granola Soul. As always, you can find a text version of today's episode, Hardy's poem in church, and plenty of other resources at our website, granolasoul.com. Be kind, take good care, and we'll see you soon.